So now we'd like to begin the press briefing by Minister Motegi. I don't have any comments, so I would like to entertain questions if there are any. If you have a question, please come close to the microphone and state your name and affiliation before you ask your question. Any questions, please? NHK, Mr. Yamamoto, please. Yamamoto from NHK. I would like to ask a question about the visit to Japan of Biegun Deputy Secretary of State. He will be coming from the day after tomorrow. What is the theme? What is your expectation? And Minister, do you have any plans to meet?
Stephen Biegun, Deputy Secretary of State, U.S. Special Representative for North Korea, will be visiting both ROK, and after visiting ROK, he will come to Japan. He will be visiting these countries from the 7th to the 10th, and he will be in Japan between the 9th and 10th, and there'll be different issues that we will discuss. And during his stay, we are making arrangements for the Deputy Secretary to meet with Japanese government officials, and we will discuss regional situations, including North Korea, shared issues of the international community, and response to COVID-19 between Japan and U.S. on a high level. Face-to-face, candid, and detailed discussion, I believe, will be very meaningful. The schedule is being worked out, but we are looking into receiving his courtesy call if time permits. Next question, please. Mr. Yamamoto again. Yamamoto again. On a related note, a diplomatic need was the ground to allow him to enter Japan. There are strong restrictions on travel. In order to reinvigorate diplomacy, do you think this should be used as an opportunity?
Currently, if you look at the situation in Europe and other countries, at the diplomatic level, frequent meetings have started. That is our understanding. And concerning the exchange of leaders going forward, we need to minimize the risk of infection of COVID as much as possible. So based on the premise that measures to that end will be taken, we will take into consideration the necessity from a diplomatic viewpoint. And also, if the border control measures are similar to that of the United States, then basically we are thinking of admitting entry. However, we will need to judge on a case-by-case basis. And of course, PCR testing prior to departure, as well as using chartered flights so that the movement will be limited to a limited number of people and short length of stay, and also restrictions placed on destination in Japan, and also to avoid contact with ordinary citizens. Based on these, we would like to take into consideration infection risk and take relevant measures.
はい、高尾記者どうぞ。共同通信高尾です。よろしくお願いします。
共同通信高尾 concerning U.S.-China relationships. So the LDP has made requests to the government saying that the state guest of Xi Jinping should be suspended. And Mr. Nika is saying that based on the predecessor's struggles, this should be very cautious. And also, Mr. Yamamoto is saying that, of course, this has to be taken from a historical viewpoint. So concerning the LDP and also relevant to the comments by these officials concerning Xi Jinping's visit to Japan, what do you think the impact would be? I'd be interested in knowing.
President Xi's visit to Japan as a state guest, as I have said in the past, the government of Japan is not yet at a stage to coordinate specific concrete dates and schedule. Having said that, with China, there are pending issues, as we all know. As far as the government of Japan is concerned, we believe that we should utilize high-level opportunities such as leaders' meetings so that we will assert what needs to be asserted, resolve issues one by one, and to strongly urge China to take a positive response. That remains our basic policy and will not change. Next question, please. Abe-san of Yomiuri. Abe, Yomiuri Shimbun. On the working visa issued by the United States from the 24th of June, the U.S. government has decided not to issue non-working visa through the end of this year. Japanese companies have said that this could hinder their production and development activities in the United States. As far as the GOJ is concerned, has it already requested the United States for improvements, or are you taking any measures going forward?
Already the concerns have been communicated. The Japanese government, until now, to the U.S. government, has said that a partial suspension of issuance of non-immigrant visa would have an adverse impact on the business in the United States of Japanese companies, and there may be adverse effect on the U.S. economy as well. These concerns have been communicated. So this, unlike Japan, unlike other countries, it is not as if we are exporting goods from Japan in order to generate profit in the U.S. Actually, these companies have been investing in the U.S. They have built factories and they are procuring parts, and also they have sales channels as well. So this has contributed to a huge amount of employment as well as economy as well. That has been pointed out. And there may be impact to that as well. That kind of concern has been communicated. So concerning the operation of this going forward, we will be watching this very carefully with high interest. And going forward, to the U.S. government, we'd like to continue to make the necessary approach. And this is not only concerning the United States, but going forward with COVID-19, with the spread of in order to prevent spread of infection. At the same time, we do have to promote the exchange of people as well, whether it be EU countries and other countries as well. This is something that we need to study going forward. And as you may know, EU, as well as Schengen member states, many of these countries are now changing their course so that they will be permitting entry from Japan. So we'd like to take into consideration this trend globally. So as Japan, what kind of measures we can take? These will have to be studied very carefully, and I think time has come for us to do that. Next question, please. Any other questions? If not, we'd like to close this press conference today. Thank you all very much.